We're back at Portimão in the south of Portugal with the FIA Formula 3 European Championship, a technically challenging racing series with many options to change the setup of the car, with all the adjustments on the front and rear wing and multiple options regarding engine mapping and gear ratios. But the most difficult part is concerning the dampers and the suspension.
Hello, my name is Michael Weiss from Team Kfz-Teile Mücke Motorsport, and today I want to explain you something about the setup of an F3 car. We have quite a few things which we can adjust. At home we're doing the simulation and trying to find the best basic setup, and then we can do the required adjustments specifically on the track. For example, in here we have our damper with two adjustments. It's the rebound force and the bump force, which we can adjust. Typically on a bumpy track you will go a bit softer. On a really flat, quick track we go a bit stiffer with that. The other quite important thing is the torsion bar. So we have a roll bar in the front of the car and in the rear of the car. It's different diameters and we have different position on this where we can do fine-tuning in the front and in the rear. A softer roll will give you more mechanical grip, and a stiffer bar will give you more aero grip because the car is not rolling that much. At least this is a push rod. With a push rod, front and rear, we can adjust perfectly the ride height of the car. This is important for the aero setting, but as well mechanical setting. So we want to prevent the car from bottoming, but we want to go as low as possible to gain as much downforce as we can. This is a special thing fitted in here. It's a strain gauge. The strain gauge shows us on the data recording how much downforce or how much weight we have on the tire to do proper adjustments. As well, not to forget, is the camber of the car. You will increase camber by gaining more lateral force, and we have to decrease, maybe for better braking. Yeah, that's almost everything what we can do on the car, keeping inside the regulation. I hope you enjoyed what I've said so far, and now we are praying for a good qualifying.
Well, if you don't get the right setup, then praying will not do too much. For example, young star Maximilian Günther from Team Mücke Motorsport only managing 14th on the grid. Heartbreak for Alexander Albon, who loses his pole position due to a technical issue. He will now start from the last
So basically
place.
just not enough fuel. The regulations say you need at least 1 litre of fuel left in your tank, and the problem was that we had I think 0.8. So there's no advantage for time. It didn't give us an advantage. It was just a shame because obviously pole would have been really nice, and we've been strong. I think our race pace, we could still score a podium, if not a win, and so it's going to be hard. The times are so close here, starting last. It's actually going to be really difficult to overtake.
The FIA Formula 3 European Championship always attracts well-known visitors to the paddock. And for example, Laurens Vanthoor, the leader of the Blancpain Sprint Championship. It's time for a talk with his former team, Signature, and with his former team manager, Fritz van Amersfoort.
I started my career in cars with Fritz, so it was obviously quite a nice time. Everything was new for me. He learned me everything, all his team. I have very nice memories because I had a very good relationship with the team. We spent a lot of time together, so it's nice to see everybody again. They always say if you can drive a Formula 3 car fast, you can drive anything fast, and I learned really a lot. And for sure it's a really hard school, but it's really effective, I think.
On the formation lap of the second race, it was Beretta spinning here, retaking his grid position, but slightly embarrassing for the young driver. This time the lights are on and off effectively. Felix Rosenqvist on pole leads the field down to turn 1, and it's a Prema Power team 1, 2, 3, 4. Jack Dennis on the attack around the outside of turn 1. Further behind, there's contact between Rao and Hyman. And that will bring out the safety car. Felix Rosenqvist back the field up under the safety car restart. Eventually got the jump on the rest of the field heading through the last corner. Gustavo Menezes on the attack. Down into turn 1. Menezes now P4. And Cassidy down to P5. Now Cassidy then disappeared off into the gravel. And that brought out the safety car yet again. Much earlier on the throttle during this restart for Felix Rosenqvist. Another good getaway. Menezes going defensive from George Russell down into turn 1. Menezes surviving that onslaught from his Carling teammate. Calamilot, the innocent victim here, as he's hit from behind by Solomon. Onto the final lap, and no problems out front for pole sitter Felix Rosenqvist. He crosses the line to take the win, his first win of the weekend, ahead of race 1 winner Jake Dennis, and in third place, rookie Lance Stroll.
I managed to have the hundreds on my side in qualifying, managed to start on pole in this race and the next one, which is just perfect. I think it's a little bit payback for Silverstone when I got my pole stripped away. So it's a bit karma in the end. So the luck is on my side this weekend. And yeah, it's just fantastic. I mean, I just have to enjoy the moment. It's not every time you have a weekend like this.
Overall, I'm really happy. I've had a first and a second, and I've got my best tyres tomorrow, starting third. So hopefully I can have another good start. Starts have been really good this weekend, so I'm really looking forward to it. Amazing for the team to finish 1, 2, 3. Very unfortunate for Nick. I'm not sure what happened there or something, but for sure it would have been a 1, 2, 3, 4.
It was a great result for myself. Again, strong points. Again, another podium, and yeah, it seems like we're getting it back together. So let's continue in this way, and yeah, big congratulations to the team on the 1, 2, 3 and the first 1, 2, 3 of the season.
After the break, more racing action from the FIA Formula 3 European Championship, so stay with us.